2008, more than $10 billion was spent in this country on plastic surgery. That is a heck of a lot of nipping and tucking. Plastic surgery is an enormous business, but today our buddy Dr. Youn is back, and he says that there are secrets you should know if you want to get a nip or a tuck that might slice the price. Please welcome back Dr. Youn. Hi, Dr. Youn, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Now, Dr. Youn, we have been chit-chatting as a staff about the recent People magazine cover, because we love our people here at work. Addicted to Plastic Surgery was the cover, and Heidi Montag admitted to having 10 procedures at one time, right? In one day.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
So did you read the list of the procedures she had done?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Would you, as a plastic surgeon, feel comfortable doing those on any patient of any age?
I would not, especially somebody who's 23. I mean, if she would have come to see me, I would have turned her down, and honestly, I would have sent her to somebody, probably a therapist. I mean, this is just not something that I would do on somebody who's 23. In my opinion, when you look at surgery, if you're doing operations just to make somebody look different but not better, is that really the right thing to do?
That's a great moral question. In general, what do some people in your profession try and hide from us?
That's what we're going to go over today. So today I'm going to cover and reveal secrets that your plastic surgeon and plastic surgeons out there do not want you to know. And these
now, are they going to kick you out of the club or kick your butt for doing that?
No, these are things that it's important for people to know. So these are secrets to help you save money, to help you get a better result from plastic surgery, and even possibly avoid a catastrophic complication.
Okay. Let's see, what do you got?
So the first thing I'm going to show you is how you can get a brow lift without surgery. So when I perform a state-of-the-art endoscopic brow lift, I use instruments like this. And these are instruments we use to literally lift the skin off of the forehead and pull it back.
Loosen up someone's face with this thingamabob.
Yes, exactly. So you separate the skin from the bone of the forehead and pull it back. And then I use a little pair of scissors like this. You can see that? And I use that to actually to cut through the muscles that cause you to do this to help to lift the brow up. Ugh. Surgery takes about an hour and a half, costs about $5,000. So how can you spend just $25, avoid surgery altogether, and still get a similar result?
25
bucks.
I don't know,
Well, you can trade this for a pair of tweezers. Okay.
You can tweeze your way to a brow lift.
I say 1 out of every 3 patients that come to see me for a brow lift, I actually send them to my esthetician to have their brows waxed instead. And before before you say, oh, you know, what's all hocus pocus, let's take a look at some before and after pictures. Okay.
All right, I'm game. I own Tweezer Man. That thing's creepy.
So this is a patient that came to see me back in my office here, and she said, you know, I feel like I look grumpy, and people say I look tired. She's thinking about a brow lift. And if you can see, her brows are a little bit low, and she looks a little grumpy, but not terrible. So I actually, instead of referring her for a brow lift surgery, I said, well, why don't we just wax your brows?
Look at that.
And that... So it's $25, a half hour later, no surgery. And the key...
She looks great.
Yep, and the key is you want to wax the hair at the bottom of the brow, not the top. Because you can do the exact opposite if you take the hair off the top. So by going from the bottom, it helps to elevate the brow.
That is fascinating.
So that's good. Now, if you think this is good, I got an even better one for you. So take a look at this patient. Now, this is a patient who's in her early 30s, and she came to see me. She said, everybody tells me I look tired, I want a brow lift. Now, when you look at her photo, what do you think in your head, Rachel?
She does. She looks tired. She looks like she needs a nap or a vacation.
And I take a look at her, and what I thought was Bananarama, the Go-Go's, Pat Benatar. I thought 80s bands. And so what I did is I said, look, don't have a brow lift. I know other people have talked to you about that. Let's send you next door to my esthetician. And a half hour later, she saved $5,000, avoided surgery, and she looked like this. So you can see that brow much higher.
I want this person's number. What a guru.
Isn't that great?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so the next thing we're going to cover is something we've talked about a little bit before, lasers. So lasers are all the rage in plastic surgery. There are dozens of lasers out there to tighten up the skin. But what's the problem with lasers? They are expensive. A typical deep laser treatment costs anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. So how can you save money and still get a similar result?
I don't know.
Chemical peels.
Chemical peels, and they don't damage your skin?
Nope. If you do the right kind, you can get a nice change similar to a nice laser.
Is that what we're going to look at
So
over
that's
here?
what we're going to do right now.
Come on over. You don't look too wrinkly at all. Hi, I'm Rachel.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So Barb here is saying that she's ready for a peel. Have you ever done anything like this before?
No, never done anything. I've always wanted to.
You have?
I have.
What has stopped you before?
The fear of the burn, you know, what they say, the burning, and is it harmful to my face and all that type of thing.
Yeah, me too. I would be worried that it would burn my skin. How does a chemical peel work?
Well, safety is definitely important because what chemical peels are, they're acids. So the one I'm going to talk to you about is called the Obagi blue peel. And the reason why I like it is because it comes with a blue dye, a color that helps you actually keep the peel as light as you want to. So the risks of burns and of complications like that are actually minimized. And it helps to tighten up the skin, remove fine lines, and even improve blemishes.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to perform one on Barbara today, and you are going to be my assistant. So we're going to have you go ahead and hold this, and you have to keep it in the holder, okay? And this is a little fan, as you can see. And I'm going to start the blue peel on her. You have to keep it in that holder, otherwise it's not going to work. And we're going to perform this peel right on Barbara, okay? So I'm going to start way up here on her forehead.
And I just dry it?
Yep. Now, no, actually what you're doing is you do get a little bit of burning sensation with this. And so what you're going to do actually is by having the fan on her face, it helps to cool it off so she doesn't have that burning sensation. What I'm doing is I'm applying it over her entire face, okay? Now, the peel itself costs about $800 to $1,000.
Not at all.
No?
Is it burning?
No, feels very relaxing. And
I'm going to move over here. Go ahead and hold that for her.
The whole smirth thing she's got going on, this comes off, right?
Probably about a month or two it'll be gone. No, I'm kidding, about a day or two. And you can see we're applying it on here.
A day or two?
Yeah, a day or two. We'll wash most of it off during the commercial break. So we'll keep applying this on.
She's going to be blue for 2 days?
A day or two. It goes away. It's temporary.
How many layers of that goop can you put on?
We're going to put, this is only one coat, and I typically will put 3 to 4 coats on her for an actual blue peel.
Shellac her 3 or 4 times.
I'm going to have you come on
And then
over here.
how long does she sit there?
We're going to leave this on for a good 15 or 20 minutes, and then at the commercial break, she's going to wash most of it off.
And then would the results be the same day?
It takes actually about a week to really start seeing it, about 3 to 4 weeks before you see the final result.
So a month after you get it done, but what's the cost differential between the lasers? You said $2,000 to $3,000.
Exactly, about $800 to $1,000 for the peel, and you get a very similar result.
Literally less than half the price.
Yep, and that's the big thing because we're not paying for technology here.
And how long would the results typically last?
The results last, we recommend usually 1 or 2 peels a year, but we can see I've seen some patients where results have lasted 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
You want to take a peek at yourself?
Does her face, seriously, in all seriousness, does her face look a little bit blue? Oh my God. I mean, when she washes it off, will it stay a little bit blue?
If it's a deep peel, it does stay blue up to usually 1 or 2 days. I have seen a few unlucky patients where a week later they still have a little of that green tinge.
Sorry about the blue.
We'll wash it off here in just a little bit.
We'll wash it off in just a little bit. It doesn't hurt, though.
no, not at all.
And, you know, look at it this way. You just saved yourself $1,000. Will you let us know how many lines and wrinkles go away when you're not blue anymore?
Yes.
So we'll update you on the web on that one. Let's go back to the sofa, shall we?